Good morning, brothers and sisters. Have you ever asked yourself how the world became populated? Well, today's Bible verse, which is Genesis 10, it explains how this happened. Let's get right into it. So Genesis 10 is referred as the Table of Nations because it's a list of how the whole world was repopulated through the sons of Noah after the flood. It shows where different families, nations, and people groups came from. Noah's three sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, all nations after the flood, came from these three family lines. The descendants of Japheth spread towards coastlands, Europe, and northern regions. They became a large Gentile nation. This line represents expansion and growth. The descendants of Ham. Ham's descendants settled in Africa, the Middle East, and the parts of Asia. Important figures of Ham's line: Cush, Egypt, Canaan. Nimrod, a famous figure in this chapter. Nimrod is described as a mighty warrior, powerful leader, the builder of major cities like Babel, Nineveh, and Calah. He represents early human kingdoms and strength. Now the descendants of Shem. Shem's family becomes the line that eventually leads to Abraham, the Israelites, and the Messiah, Jesus Christ. This line is connected to God's covenant promises. The purpose of this chapter in Genesis 10 is how people spread after the flood, how nations form the roots of major ancient civilizations, and that all nations come from one family under God. It sets the stage for Genesis 11 and the story of the Tower of Babel, which explains how languages were confused and people scattered. So the main message in Genesis 10 is that humanity is one family, spreading out through different nations. God is involved in the rise of nations and their boundaries. Even though the world diversifies, God's plan continues through the line of Shem, leading to salvation through Christ. So if you found this explanation of Genesis 10 helpful, please share with others that have a hard time understanding some of these Bible verses. And with that being said, keep it Jesus. Let's get it.